Anyways, welcome back to another episode of Asylum Arms. This is episode 22, and as usual, this episode is sponsored by Audible. And with Audible, you can download offline, listen anytime, anywhere. The app is completely free and can be installed on smartphone, tablets, the fucking laptops, and you can listen across devices without losing your spot if you choose to switch between devices. And if you can't decide what you want to listen to, you don't have to worry about that because you can keep your credits up to 1 year to buy books or any other comic books, ebooks, etc. And yeah, we should have a link popping up shortly in the chat for the Audible sponsorship as well, so you can get 30-day free trial as well. Anyways, our guest here is Murdawg. How's your day going, Murdawg?
Pretty good. How's yours going?
I'm doing well. I woke up at like 3, so I've been out for 3 hours.
Nice.
How's your day, Hawkeye?
Day went
How's
pretty
your
well.
shoving your headphones into your ears?
Sorry, I was just doing last-minute audio check.
Okay.
Doing some DJ work.
You know, the interesting stuff you have to buy for school, so.
I mean, true. Just he is going to school for production, for video production and broadcasting. So,
hey, there you go.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's something. Anyways, Murdawg, would you mind telling us what you did in the military?
So I'm still doing 92 Yankee. I'm a unit supply specialist.
Oh, you're still active?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, never mind. Well, we do vets in active duty. I just thought you were a veteran for some reason.
No, not yet. Maybe in like 4 years.
Okay, never mind. It's okay. We do active duty anyway.
I swear I signed it out.
Yeah. I'll check the green book for you.
So when did you actually get into the military, Murdawg?
So I joined August 13th back in 2013 to the Guard.
Yeah, so you actually joined about 2 years after I did?
Yeah.
He was forced to retire, so one was too broken to continue.
Ooh.
I'm almost there. I currently have a stress fracture in my femur, so.
Ow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He had a.
Let's just put it this way.
Would you mind telling Murdawg what your issue was one way?
Then went to a meniscus tear. Then went to carpal tunnel. Then it went to toxic leadership.
Nice. Oh, great combo.
I mean, yeah. Oh, the good fun of the army and military in general.
Fort Jackson.
By any means necessary. No.
And it ain't relaxing. Let me tell you about it.
South Carolina.
Where is Fort Jackson?
I know because I was basic there too.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Winter.
Yeah.
Nice.
You go during the
from January to March.
Oh yeah, me too. I was there from October till February.
Well, I'm not sure. The stuff kind of get like below 0 at all or anything like that. No.
Mine did. We did our forge, like our last exercise, or whatever, and it was like record-setting temperatures.
I still remember
we had ice in our tents.
The first day that we were actually at our unit. They called us out in summer PTs, and I see a whole bunch of these skinny guys sitting around here just shivering and shivering and shivering. And then you just pan over to me and it's just like,
I forgot about that.
Why are y'all shivering? This is shorts and t-shirt weather. Because I joined out of Illinois.
That would be exactly me because I live in Minnesota, so we get like, in Minnesota we get our normal weather in winter is like -30s, -40s. It's our normal.
Do you have any stories from Basic that just kind of sit there and you look back and they just make you laugh?
Yeah, we had this one. At the time, they were called privates. Now they're called trainees. He was like a good 300 pounds. This man, he tried daily. I swear he did. And we had to carry him one day. We had firemen's carry him about 50 meters because he decided not to wake up for end of night formation. And then Joe Sarn was like, "Yeah." Joe Sarn's like, "Yeah, no, we need battle. You need battle blades to come pick you up." And yeah,
Jesus Christ.
at the time I was like $150 maybe, like soaking wet, like no muscle. So me and like another out of shape dude, this guy was like super smart. He was like one of those like prehistoric like math teachers, I guess. And
oh yeah, those are they're a pain in the ass degree to get, and then it's really hard to get a job with that degree.
yeah, and it was the most funniest, most miserable time I ever had.
Jesus Christ. So Murdawg, what is your favorite and least favorite MRE?
My favorite one, it's got to be the spaghetti and meatballs. And then the least favorite is 100% the vegetarian one.
We had one person that said a different one.
Don't worry, everyone says it. Everyone says it. Yeah.
What they say?
I don't fuck. I think they said like ratatouille, the ratatouille one, chewy one, the beef.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Strawberry said beef stroganoff. I'm pretty sure.
They have a beef stroganoff at MRE. Haven't had that one yet.
Yeah, I hear the beef consistency is horrible. And also last episode, me and Pool were about to lose our shit because we asked them favorite Emery, and the last episode they said they said the words vegetarian, and me and Pool were like, you better not fucking say that word.
I'll have to go
back. And then they said something else. I forget what they said. It was vegetarian something else. And like, you better not say veggie omelet. Yeah, that was fucking last episode.
Yeah, I know I'm a couple.
Yeah, last episode we had a normal guest. Yeah, Zapper
on stuff. Yeah, you know, school's been. You know, having to suddenly readjust my sleep schedule kind of sucks.
Oh yeah.
You see, he's my editor, so he edits all the podcast episodes before I put them offline. So. Yeah.
Nice.
Kind of. This would make your third one behind. Not to call you out or anything. It's okay. I know. Murdawg, is there any have you been deployed at all yet?
I haven't been deployed, but I did a rotation where I had to go overseas, like Germany and parts of Europe, to do a training exercise. It wasn't too bad. The first part, most of my unit was scattered across Germany, Turkey, Poland, Romania, and a little bit of what's the other place called? There was another continent out there, or state, I guess, in Europe. State, yeah. I'm not bad. I'm not good with like geographic stuff.
I'm not either. Don't worry.
And then halfway through, we shut down where we were in Germany, and we went back to Romania, and that was pretty cold. Then we came home.
So did you try real German chocolate?
I did try real German chocolate.
It's amazing.
Yeah, the German beer was amazing.
See, I can't disclose that information because my age. I'm only 20, which surprises a lot of people that I'm only 20.
I was gonna say you at least look like
but then again, we've all heard that looks 24. Can be deceiving.
I get that a lot. I mean, Hawk's always, when Hawk first met me, he thought I was an adult, and I was 16 when Hawk first met me.
Yeah, don't
Hawk, I
remind
was
me.
16 when you first met me. You thought I was over 18, so there's that.
So AIT must have been something interesting for you, because I know mine was about 4.5 months, and I had a 2-month extended stay because I had surgery. So, do you have any interesting stories that you could go into?
Yeah.
As far as that whole segment of your.
Yeah. I mean, we had our AIT was like 2 months, if that. We weren't allowed like off post passes because at the time when we went to AIT, a whole Sharp scandal had happened, so they shut down all that stuff. But like a good funny story, we were all cleaning our barracks and everything. They had everyone separated by a platoon and whatnot. And someone decided to be funny and take the smoke alarm out of the room and try and smoke like some cigarettes. Yeah. And then so the drill or the teacher at the time, the instructor, came up, and we weren't supposed to wear civilian clothes, so we all booked it, and that's how I ended up with ligament damage in my right knee because I slipped in the bathroom trying to run and hide.
Must have been a little bit painful there.
Yeah, I couldn't complete the field exercise, so I couldn't carry a ruck or nothing.
So did you know instantly that you fucked something up? Was it one of those moments that you just knew instantly you fucked something up?
Oh yeah, I hit the ground, I came up, and I like had to limp to my bunk, and I was like, the way we had our bunks, I was on the top one, so I had to like Michael Jordan jump my way up to my bed.
That must have been fun.
Loads.
So do you have any scary stories you'd like to tell us or anything? Any like scary experiences at all?
I mean, I don't have like any like
scary
experience. Like at all, because I haven't really done much.
I don't know. I was trying to figure out how to word that, and I worded it horribly. It's okay. I worded that fucking horribly. Any funny experiences like commanding officers or anything?
Yeah.
If you can talk about this with the night you're active duty, so I don't want you to throw shade towards any of your commanders.
No, this dude, he was pretty funny. He was like a miniature Mr. Clean, right? Yeah, and that's how he looked. And he was prior infantry, switched to pilot. So his thought process was still like infantry, like, hey, no, we're just gonna keep driving on, instead of like, hey, we're not down in the trenches time mindset. We're kind of doing everything by air here.
So he tried to play infantry in a plane, basically.
Yeah, it was funny because he meshed pretty good with like the unit. Obviously, I'm supply, so supply kind of meshes. Oh my god, with everybody. And he was just kind of like an outlier.
Kind of funny there.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're Army, right?
Yeah.
All right, that's what I thought. I have no train of thought today, so I'm sorry. I don't know.
Oh, no,
I just have no train of fucking thought today. How you doing, Hawkeye?
Yeah.
You
I forgot the one
back,
thing that I
Hawkeye?
normally
All right,
these
cool.
podcasts.
What? Well, I just had
I
Mountain
do
Dew,
agree
man.
with
I
Pool's
just had
statement,
Mountain
though.
Dew.
So, you know, sometimes the military is a horror show.
Yeah. I mean, that's true. That's true. We literally had a story. One episode, we had a story on a fucking army base on a guy running with a gas mask, naked.
What?
We've had that story on our podcast before. It was AGN's episode where he witnessed someone literally run across their face naked, wearing a gas mask.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
We've heard some interesting stories on this podcast.
So here's kind of a new question that I don't think that we've
heard some.
We've actually ever covered. So, do you have any stories on a particular moment in time? It could be basic, it could be AIT, it could be permanent party. That you had a moment in time where you tried something and you're just like, and it worked, and you're like, how the fuck did that happen?
Yeah, actually, I have. We were getting ready for our field exercise, like NTC or like JBLM. It's like JMRC in Germany, that's what they call it. We were getting ready to hook up our TOC, our patrol ops, and for whatever reason, we couldn't like set up our watches and our phones on the ground because of all the rain we had. And I literally like looped the Humvee back. You know, like how the Humvee has trailer, the canopy covers. We took the back of that plus the door to the GP medium to the back of our tent, rolled it up over the A-frame, and we were able to set up our our phones and our cords on top of the A-frame.
See,
without falling.
I wouldn't have actually been able to get away with something like that with some of the equipment that air traffic control uses. Because you try to do that with a 7 Alpha.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's air traffic, so yeah.
I have a different.
That wouldn't end well with a 7 Alpha
that I can save for a different time. It was kind of, going over like weapon turn in from cleaning. Somebody was getting on my nerves, and NCOs were standing outside the armory, and I just looked back and said, "Look, you want to do something about it? Go ahead, take the first shot." And he cowered down.
Jeez.
So I know every fucking buddy's different these days with the times they've come in and stuff, but what are your current uniforms like for the Army? What are Army current uniforms? Because I know a lot of times they change a lot.
So currently right now we got the OCPs. It's that digital green looking color that you see around that the Air Force has too now.
Air Force has them now. Interesting.
Yeah. But we're also trying to transition to what we call the pinks and greens, the old like World War I uniform, the nice dress uniform.
Yeah.
However, 1 and 2, yeah. However, only people coming through like basic right now are getting them issued like initial issue, or unless you're like a new drill sergeant.
Uniforms
other than that, you gotta like kind of go pay for it, which kind of sucks. Yeah,
my uniform expensive though.
No. The dress blues weren't too bad. The pinks and greens though, to get my old sergeant major, he said it cost him about $1,400 to get everything fitted to him and everything sewn on.
Go ahead.
Jesus.
When you get off the podcast, Rex, go ahead and look up the pinks and greens. They actually look really nice. It halfway made me consider trying to sign back up.
I'm pretty sure I've seen them before. Bitch, they wouldn't let you come back even if you wanted to.
I don't know. You should see some of the people coming through now. I don't know.
Well, first I got to figure out what the heck's going on with my knee now. So.
All right, Hawk. If you come, I'm just waiting for to hear on the news that this fucking army boy fucking hit a tree.
There's a long-standing joke there, and anybody that knows me knows when I play racing games, everything's a target.
History. He only this fucker will. If there's a game and it has a car, it has a tree. This fucker will find a way to hit one.
Really?
I'll show you that footage later.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I don't understand how he manages this, but yes, he's hit a billboard. And it's not just racing games. Fucking Scum. Do you know how many trees you've hit on Scum?
And ask me how many times
Do you
I
know
give
how
a care.
many trees I've seen you hit on Scum? I mean, fair. It's just Scum vehicles are a bitch because one little hit on a tree, they're like half gone.
And go hit 5 more trees.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
It's the lily pad covering the lake.
I mean, yeah.
Question all over again.
But the trees are not really bad definition of lake. I am confused here, sir.
Go fix the car again. I have to hit 4.
I don't. If you hit 4, your car's done. I'm sorry. Scum launcher, your car's on fire and it's blowing up and you're dead and all your shit's gone.
I get that, but moving on.
Just say.
So.
Jesus
The
Christ.
question I usually like to ask is, what actually inspired you to go into the army?
So initially joining up with the Guard, it was because I wanted to do it from middle school on. I was like, hey, I'm gonna do military. I want to do Army, whatever. I initially tried to join like the Air Force. My recruiter became pregnant and then ghosted me, so I was like, whatever. So I went to the Army. And then what led me to switch from Guard to active was having my second child on the way, and me working 3 jobs wasn't cutting it no more. So I had to make a switch.
Mm. Yeah. And then do you have any advice for anyone that's wanting to go into the army?
If you're if you want to come into like the Army or military, just do what they say when they're yelling at you. Right place, right uniform. Never get you in a wrong area. And if you're coming off playing like video games constantly, which is fine, but go touch some grass, because you'll come here and you'll get broken, and then you'll end up having to leave the Army, and then you won't get to do what you wanted to do.
That's probably some of the best advice.
Make sure you stay healthy before you come in.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had a lot of people say just don't join.
Well, I mean,
especially Marines, specifically Marines. All of our Marine guests have said, don't join.
Oh.
Most Marine guests have said that.
And we've had some doozy of.
Well, yeah, their basic though was like forever.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. We have Rogue Marines coming up eventually. His episode be coming up. In that episode, yeah, it wasn't necessarily a redo. His episode didn't really happen, but she showed up an hour late for his episode. He showed up an hour into his said episode.
We're sitting here in this room just going, da, 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 da.
So
look who's above us. Look who finally showed up.
Oh, jeez.
And and not only did he show up an hour late for his own episode, he showed up an hour into the episode. Not only that, his first time joining was him on the toilet.
That's Rogue
he was
for
just
you, though.
chilling on the toilet when he joined.
Hey, that's pretty epic.
I mean, Rogue's the guy that the very first episode he was on, it was we don't give a fuck episode. We basically did an episode where we didn't have a guest because our guest bailed on us. So we basically just did an episode where we grab a bunch of vets and we just had a clusterfuck of shit. And Rogue literally brought his chainsaw in to his room and turned it on.
Yeah.
And then used his death whistle as well. That's Rogue for you.
Sounds pretty exciting.
This is Rogue for you. And his death whistle made Hawkeye throw his headphones across the room.
There they are.
Yeah, death whistles.
Aztec death whistle.
They're loud. Especially if you know over Discord.
Yeah. No, that thing's piercing in the ears.
You were going to warn me
Don't
3
worry, I'll
days
buy
in
one
advance
eventually,
before
Hawkeye.
you use it.
3 days into it. Your ass is going to forget that. If I remind you, if I
And you're
tell you
also
3
going to
days in
submit
advance,
a message
your ass
in
is not going to remember that the
triplicate.
next day. Triplicate?
Haven't got that far yet.
What, you want me to send you that Morse code too? Okay.
You might want to have it as a backup plan just in case, though.
Would you like me to leave you a voicemail like a few hundred
Hey, I'm
times as well
using
to fill out
this
your
day.
voicemail box? Just reminding you.
Day comes. Zoop. Now I won't be able to hear it.
I mean, you won't know when I'm doing
Okay,
it,
the
bitch.
first note I can
So
take.
how about
It's
you shut up there?
prolonged.
I mean, true. If you the first note is okay, but if you like hold on to keep blowing into it, I guess, yeah, just keep blowing into it. I don't know where I was going with that holding on part, but if you keep blowing into it, it becomes loud and then obnoxiously
with,
annoying and loud.
The first note, I know what's happening.
So-
I can go over to my Go XLR and mute chat.
True. Now I just need to buy one when I move out there so that I can do it to you IRL.
To those on Asylum Arms podcast, if he does that, you will see me punch him once I come to. Oh, yeah.
I'll be there for that.
So,
oh no, he
Murdawg,
will too.
How did you
I will
actually end
too.
up selecting your Twitch name or gamer tag or?
So my Twitch name, my gamer tag was originally Deathmeister, kind of like the Stiffmeister, but Deathmeister because I was playing Call of Duty a lot.
Yeah.
And then I switched to Nike Fresh from AIT because I had all the fresh Nikes. I was super crazy about shoes. And then my mentor, to this day, even though he's retired, First Aren't, he nicknamed me Murdawg for whatever reason. And it just kind of stuck, and I changed everything to Murdawg, and I rolled with it. I have it on a plaque. I have it on my shirts.
Got another question
my unit.
in the chat, by the way.
So
No. Oh, hold on. You said that you collected Nikes. I see you got a little hat collection there too.
oh yeah. These are just random hats, kind of, to make my
Fair
TikToks with and just wear outside.
Fair enough. And yeah, we do have a question in the chat. Murdawg, what is your favorite part of being in the military?
Favorite part is just
Army. Yeah.
It's just like the chance to grow and see how different people interact with you, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you do like a normal city job, you're just kind of stuck with the same people. You don't really transfer around or nothing, so you don't get different characteristics or personalities from people.
So, what do you do as an army transport exactly? Because if we had a marine transport unit, and he did a shit ton of odd jobs and a bunch of other shit. Oh yeah, you're supply transport, aren't you? Okay, never mind. We had Vic. He was a marine transport, which he did a lot of interesting things. He transported ammo, ammunition, supplies. He's transported people. He drove school buses.
Nice.
He did a lot of different things.
What's your favorite part about your job?
The power to tell someone no and they can't do nothing about it.
Hey, I can speak from experience. I used to be assistant store manager.
Oh,
that's probably the best part.
The look on an officer's face.
He used to be assistant store manager. I love saying that too.
It's amazing because then they just want to like that whole facial expression just goes from like haha until like no, like
you know that facial expression that he's talking about?
Yeah.
You can hear it in their voice too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it was always funny to me when I was management, when I was assistant manager, is that whenever someone would literally I was that person that the guy asked, can I see the manager? And I was literally the manager, so I'm like, because they don't think I'm a manager because of my age. Because the reason why I got management such a younger age is because I was in retail since I was 15. Like my first job since 15 was retail, and then I got assistant store manager at a gas station when I turned 17, and then I was that until I was about 19, and then I went into production because I just got tired of fucking retail.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
Yep. And now I'm unemployed because I got laid off.
So,
but that's another story.
On joining the Army, do you have any advice for those that may be listening either now or later as to what questions to ask the recruiter that they talk to?
Oh, the car salesman?
It definitely watch their body language as a recruiter. Like if you're asking them whatever kind of question you're asking them, as soon as they tell you, "Hey, don't worry about it. We're not going to mention it," it's a red flag. Mention that whatever it is. You could be like, "Hey, I broke my leg like when I was 7." Put that down on paper because regardless, it'll come back to you as a later injury, and we don't want to like hurt you if you are in or whatever.
This since you've been in either guard or active duty, what is the craziest thing that's actually ever happened to you?
Craziest thing that's happened to me was I had lightning strike in front of me about a good 15 meters when I was in the guard. I was in the LMTV cab because we had jumped from our training exercise, getting ready to head back to the barracks, and it was raining pretty good, and it just hit the ground in front of us.
That'd be one hell of a story, that'd be one hell of a story to tell on how you got out of the military if you got hit by that.
Yeah. I told my buddy, I was like, I'm not moving. I'm not leaving this truck at all. So if Staff Sergeant needs us, go have at it.
I say, if you got hit by that, that'd be one hell of a fucking story to say, I got honorably discharged because I got struck by lightning.
What are some goals that you actually have for your future?
Goals, I want to earn Staff Sergeant. I know it's kind of like a small goal because I'm already a sergeant right now. But then after that, I want to transition and go work at like Amazon or something and just stay home with my kids because
understandable.
That's one of the downsides. The hardest downside to the military is having a family. You don't see them as often like you want to. So,
well, especially if you get deployed or something, then that's like months without seeing them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Sometimes years.
Depending.
Isn't the longest deployment you can do is a year? Or is it 2?
It depends. It's a
Okay.
year unless the mission dictates you have to stay out there longer.
Okay. I've always been confused by what's the longest they can deploy. I know after deployment, they have to wait like 6 months before they can redeploy you to somewhere else.
Use that term loosely, but yeah.
Okay. Loosely, okay.
Yeah.
Listen, man, I just know what's on paper. I know a lot of times you guys don't listen to what's on paper either, though.
Oh well, it's not the enlisted not listening to the paper. It's the
higher ups,
the other peeps not listening to the paper.
Of the time.
True.
Snow, to actually answer your question,
True.
yes, Murdawg does stream. We're actually getting ready to start covering content creation. So kicking that.
What got you into it?
What got me into it?
Yes.
So I've wanted to, like, besides the military, I always wanted to be a streamer too, because that just was fun growing up playing games all the time. But what actually led to me start streaming was COVID hit, and I was stuck at home all the time. So I was like, you know what? Told the wife, I was like, I could do this. And then FaZe announced their Phase 5 challenge, and so I tried to participate in that, and that's what fully sent me into like full blown, like, I'm gonna stream, I'm gonna try and make this a for real thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm more just do streaming as a hobby. If it happens as a full-time thing, it happens as a full-time thing. For example, if this podcast happens as a full-time thing, it happens as a full-time thing. Just take it one step. For me, I'm just taking it one step at a time and not trying to do anything. I'm already surprised by having a sponsor and an upcoming sponsorship with Asylum Arms. That alone surprises the hell out of me.
So,
hey, it means you're making good progress.
I mean,
before we get to the question in the chat, I actually have another question. What was your first stream like, as far as in here? What went through your mind?
I hope I don't say the wrong stuff to get me banned. I've never focused on like sometimes you have the stream bugs, it like lags, but sometimes you can't really do nothing about that. So me personally, I keep going, even though if it's coming through laggy. I'm hoping it's gonna buff out eventually, because that's something else beyond my control that I can't stop.
Rex's camera decides to.
What the fuck?
All over.
What the fuck? Try to wipe.
Close enough for government work.
That's better.
So, this is actually kind of a two-parter question. That Snow has in chat. What is the craziest and or funniest thing that you've ever had happen to you while you were streaming?
The craziest thing. It was the craziest, and what was the second part? Funniest. Okay, the craziest part was it was like a month ago, actually. Now you bring this up, it was actually kind of funny and crazy at the same time. These people came through my chat, no idea who these people are at all. Like bot names, like random.
It was
like one of those hate raid people trains. And I wasn't saying nothing to them because they were just doing their thing in chat. I'd check it in between games. And next thing I know, I'm being called racist. And I said, hold the phone. I asked my buddies, like, what did I say? They're like, you didn't say nothing. So I went back and watched the VOD live. I was like, yeah, y'all are tripping. I banned them instantly. And then I got an email from Twitch saying, hey, we looked into your report because someone reported you. You're fine. Don't worry about it. I said, okay, cool.
I
Thanks.
got a story I can actually share with you.
One of those fuckers.
I woke up early one day and I said, you know what? I'm going to stream. I ain't got much going on today. I don't got a doctor's appointment. I don't have anywhere to go. So I started up a stream of Modern Warfare. And I'm sitting here just
Oh,
playing the
that's
game,
gone.
talking,
Oh
and
yeah, it's gonna be fun.
all of a sudden one of my mods comes into my Discord and goes, "Hey, Hawkeye, did you know that for the past 30 minutes you've been muted?" And if I still had the VOD, the look on my face was just like, oh. Yeah, I have not had caffeine today. So I forgot to hit the unmute button.
I could speak from experience on that one. See, my chat are assholes. My chat are assholes. If there's something wrong with my chat, they won't tell me. Like these fuckers. Literally, I'm sitting here in the thing, and my mic was being all static, like it was spazzing out. And there's like everyone was talking to me like normal, like nothing was happening. Also, fucking, I think it was Kay hopped into my Discord. And Kay's like, "Hey, buddy, your mic's making some weird." It was either Kay or Kari, and they're like, "Hey, your mic's making some weird ass noise." Like, you know, it sounds like you're echoing and you're far away. I'm like, oh, so you know, like the 10 people that are currently chatting just didn't care to say that.
I'm the
I had that happen to me too.
In this kind of circumstance, because I actually have Rex's phone number.
I mean, you're not the only one, but yeah, you do. You're one of the very few that do. My phone's always on silent. I never use my phone, so you won't get a hold of me easily.
Has a question that did you meet your significant other before or while you were in the army?
While I was in the army, actually, I met her through a dating site called Meet Me. And I was currently during that time frame. I was going through a divorce, so I've been married twice, divorced once, and so after that we got all the papers finalized and stuff, and then now here I am with my love of my life, my wife, the weepy.
Nice. How many kids do you have?
So it's like a personal story, funny joke thing that we'll talk at a different day about. Okay. I have blood 3. But technically 4.
I need to do this room.
All right. You need to do what, huh?
Nothing really too pressing, so I just need to click a button.
Oh. Okay.
So.
Okay. I see.
You know, as you know, I've been going back to school, so I kind of got brought up to speed on some of the stuff your background. Couple different organizations that you've been a part of. Out of the 2 that you've been a part of, which one's your favorite so far?
Honestly, the one I'm currently in now,
which is Valhalla.
Yeah.
Was it in the past you're part of regiment? If I'm wrong,
that's correct. Yep.
That's right. Yeah, because when I contacted you, I'm pretty sure you were in regiment when I first contacted you about it. That was months ago. That was fucking months ago that I contacted you about it.
I think so. Yeah.
No, that was months ago. I planned these episodes like months in advance, as you know.
Or go, hey, who's the guest that I'm supposed to be with?
I have a whole schedule. I have a whole schedule in Google Docs about this, all the guests lined up. Remember, I think you have that too, Haka. You just never look at it.
Yeah.
But you can just go back to it instead of asking me. I don't understand. Do you know what days your episode? And actually, never mind. You don't know what days your episodes are. Half the time you ask me when's your episode. Never mind. You actually don't remember. Even though literally there's times that I have to remind you when your episode is. and you have another podcast that is the same day. That is the same.
Yeah.
You have another podcast you do on the off weekends
So-
that are the same day and same time.
So
And there's
also been
days that you've
that
had.
I've
what?
just randomly shown up when my other podcast didn't happen.
This is true. This is true. But it's okay. You're like Kay in that end, because Kay is the co-host, but he's not a set co-host. He just kind of shows up whenever the fuck he wants to. Essentially, he's just been made a co-host because he just always shows up. He's one of my mods.
So
he's just a sub co-host at this point because he just always shows up when he wants to.
Do you have any advice for people that are wanting to get into the content creation?
To be honest, like just look into it, because I just kind of went straight into it and now I'm kind of playing catch up. I've been going for like 2 years, I think, almost 2 years. And I'm behind the curve because I don't have like a fancy PC or anything like that. So just look into it, like just study it, which is what I'm playing catch up on right now.
The thing about it, from what I learned, all streamers, when they start out, they don't start with the fancy shit either. And the ones that buy all the shit beforehand are the ones I found that burn out faster. I don't know why, but the ones that buy all the shit before they even start streaming, a lot of them burn out faster than others.
I
find interesting.
I mean, yeah, but it also just depends on that person's mindset too.
I mean, true, that too. True. It all depends on mindset, how often you stream. For example, I haven't done normal streams in like what, 7 months, Hawkeye? 6, 7 months? I know. But I stopped before you did.
Okay, so we have a
so I still stream. I just do the podcast.
Chat for Murdawg here. Is there anything that you would like listeners or viewers to know about you, whether it's about who are not in the military, know about you, about military life or personal? In general or military life?
Like about me, like just in general? No, I may look like I don't care what you're saying, but deep down, I'm actually like an open heart, like a big heart person. So I'm always approachable, always there if you need something, regardless if it's military questions or just want to shoot some shit.
I'm the same way. I just come off like an asshole to most people.
Oh, same.
Actually, I think we expressed this in DMs, actually. I think we literally expressed that in Twitter DMs when I first asked to come on the podcast.
What do you enjoy about streaming?
Just meeting new people, like kind of like the military thing, but like streaming, it's a whole different ball game when you meet someone on the internet, because then you can actually reach out, mesh your communities, or even like meet like a great friend. To be honest,
I mean, yeah, it wasn't for I met Hawkeye through Twitch. Like I've met Hawkeye through Twitch. I've met Paul, Kay, all three of my co-hosts I've met through Twitch.
Yeah.
How I met this idiot, one of our mutual friends met Mad Viking King. He raided into One Way. Well, he raided into K. He raided into K, and then from K, I followed One Way with him, and One Way were co-streaming. And then my follow, when I followed him, I was his 500 follower, which made him eat the toe of Satan.
Nice.
And
yeah,
yeah, the second time was also me. Just finishing off. Was it a sub goal or a donation goal?
Because I was sitting
was a sub goal for it. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was a sub or donation goal that I beat.
That area that I wanted to be at, and all of a sudden I'm sitting at my computer and going, and I had OBS open because I was working on something, and all of a sudden I hear my alerts going off, and he's like, "Oops." Oops, my finger slipped.
Yeah,
those are the best ones. The oops.
Oops. Oops, my finger slipped on. I think it was like 20 subs. My finger slipped on like 20 subs, and then I dropped another 20 after that 20. Oops.
You got the double oops.
It's okay. I've done worse. I've dropped MVK. I've dropped 100 on his ass.
So
I was like,
Murdawg,
my finger slipped. My finger kind
we
of
got a
slipped.
couple questions for you, actually. Actually make that 3 questions because, you know, the chat's actually asking questions. So
this is a rare occurrence.
First question is,
I like it.
Question
I love
is,
questions.
are you active on social media?
I try my best.
He's on Twitter quite a bit. I've seen him on Twitter.
Yeah, I post when I can. I don't try and stay on the phone all the time because, I just don't. That's not me.
No, I use Twitter. Sometimes I use Twitter. I've been using Twitter a lot more now, but it's not even on my personal account. It's on my Asylum Arms account. Like majority of my Twitter use is on my Asylum Arms account, because I have 2 Twitter accounts. I have Asylum Arms and I have my Rex Killer one.
What is your favorite platform as far as social media?
It's a toss-up between TikTok and Twitter.
Lovely co-host Dead Seapool asks,
lovely, that's stretchy.
what are your future goals as far as streaming and or content creation?
My future goal is to do it full time.
Kind of make it to where you can be that stay-at-home
that's my end goal,
parent,
to be honest.
And still have a form of income.
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
Just don't become like him and my other 2 co-hosts and get out of the military because you're too broken. I mean, you get to be staying at home.
Hey.
You just get paid on disability.
I need to mention this again. I can make as much as I want because I work for myself. I can tell you, I'm having a bad day. Yeah. I'm not working today.
I mean, yes. Technically, right now, I work for myself because I'm unemployed, and the money that's keeping me by is my sponsorship money.
What has been the strangest stream you've had? And if you need a little bit further explanation, I'm kind of asking in the form of, precursors leading up to the stream didn't exactly go right, but still the stream turned out okay.
I had just gotten back from burying my nana. I wasn't like fully there. I told myself I wasn't going to do it, and then I just went with it. Went for about like 6 hours, I think, and it turned out pretty nice. It wasn't like crazy, like, oh, people came in and subbed me or nothing. It was just people came by, they're like, hey, you doing okay? They checked on me, and then just game down. So that was kind of like a strange thing because I wasn't expecting it to have that positive outcome like that.
The biggest experience on Twitch that I've had personally is that I went AWOL for like months on months. There were no streams at all, and I did a 12-hour charity stream for Shellback Tech, and that was my first stream back in like fucking months. And literally, as soon as I pressed the live button, I had fucking 15 viewers, and from there I never dropped from 15. I was between 15 to 30, which surprised the fuck out of me. for me being gone for like 5 months.
I'll share one
and just having that,
for you.
that
I did a
consistent
couple streams
viewership
back
like
in
that.
July. Because I felt the urge to stream, and I started the stream. I think it was like 20 minutes later. I had like almost 20 people in there. And I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll have nights like that too where my wife, she'll text me or whatever. She's like, "Hey, you got like 9 people watching." I'm like, I didn't even know. I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm here for it, and I just keep going.
I've noticed the times that I don't know what I have planned is when I have the most viewers. I'm just like, why? I have nothing planned. I have nothing set up. I don't know what I'm doing here. And you fuckers are just all here.
So,
and when I do have something planned, you fuckers are not.
Playing. I know you mentioned earlier in the podcast that you used to play a lot of COD, and
I still play COD. That's my go-to like first-person shooter games.
We play a lot of COD too. We're not good at it by any means, but we play a lot of COD.
I'm bad at Battle Royale.
However, we do have a friend named Marks, and this fucker would drop V2s like it's nothing. Fucking Marks is a fucking he's not human, God. Marks is not human.
If it's aside from first person shooters, is there any other games that you actually enjoy playing and or watching?
I enjoy playing like God of War. The first person, you can add like Fortnite or Rogue Company.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play that all day.
Have you played the older God of War then too?
Oh yeah, I've played them all, beaten them all multiple times. I love Greek mythology, so I'm like a super nerd when it comes to that.
I am too, and God of War is one of my favorite games. And one of my surprising things I've done is that I've completed God of War 3 in the hardest difficulty, which is really fucking hard to do. I've learned,
especially on that one. At least that one.
If you get hit once, you're dead.
Yeah.
And then also, if you get hit once, it brings you back like 20 checkpoints. Like it just restarts you completely. Basically, it's like nightmare.
From Pool.
Yeah,
because he's not here to ask it.
Questions. So I know which one you're going to ask, though.
There has to be a little give and take here. If you had a chance to actually collaborate with a content creator, whether they're on YouTube, Facebook Gaming, or Twitch, who would it be and why?
Well, that's a good question. I would probably pick Nick Merckx, to be honest with you. Why? Because he's done it all. He started off at Gears of War, and he's here now doing the Apex thing, going back to Warzone. And honestly,
he's now in Phase too. Like he's gotten pretty big for himself.
Oh yeah, and that's who I look up. Like when I think of gaming, I think of him, Tim the Tatman, Cloaksy.
He's
maybe
always iffy.
Dr. Disrespect, maybe it's iffy. And then like a little bit of and then like Nuke Squad, just because they're part of FaZe and what they do is actually pretty cool. They actually have a full squad all the time. So
is there
that's what I look up
games
to in
that
the
you're
gaming
actually
thing,
looking
in the
forward
gaming
to?
industry. Modern Warfare 2, and then God of War Ragnarok.
I cannot wait for Ragnarok.
Yeah. Saw the trailer and I was like, yep, 100%
I cannot wait for Ragnarok. It would be a great fucking game.
Oh, yeah.
The main games that I'm looking forward to for this series, Modern Warfare 2, God of War Ragnarok, and then also Outlast 3, which is supposed to come out this year, but they have no release date yet on it. But they've been
Probably come
kind
around
of
Christmas.
yeah. No, they have no release date at all.
Oh,
It just says 2022. Release date 2022. It's not on pre-order or anything yet either. They don't have the fucker on pre-order or anything. There's like, it's coming out in 2022.
December 31st.
It comes out eventually this year. Don't worry. Eventually.
yeah.
Most likely.
So
let's
at
be
midnight.
honest here. Most likely.
obviously, I'm kind of stoked for.
Or it's gonna get postponed.
For Modern Warfare 2. I've come to realize over the past few iterations of COD that I can kind of trust both Infinity Ward and Treyarch to put out a halfway decent game. Sledgehammer, I kind
for
of
sure.
I kind of want to sweep them under a rug.
They're 50,
and stomp
50.
on the said
They're
rug
50,
and
50.
light it on fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Depends on how bad the game turned out, yeah.
What's your favorite COD game?
My favorite COD is the original Modern Warfare 2 with the intervention and high rise. And the ACR.
See, personally, and I know Pool agrees on me on this one. My and Pool's both favorite one is Vanguard. Because I just like the play style of Vanguard. It's a lot more fast paced than most CODs.
Yeah, Vanguard wasn't too bad. But they definitely hit the mark because they released Cold War and that kind of flopped, unfortunately. And then they're like, hey, let's go back in time again and not have a new weapon selection. They just kind of like brought back old guns and just renamed them and built them a little different.
Exactly. And then they bring back newer guns as well. So they had like a good mix of old and new, which was really nice.
Yeah, it just didn't fit the time frame because Vanguard was
I'm a big campaign
in like
World War
winner
II.
Yeah.
when it comes
World War
to
II.
COD. There's only one COD that I've absolutely hated because it didn't have a campaign. Black Ops 4.
I think I know what you're talking about. Go ahead. Yes. However,
Black Ops 4 didn't have a campaign.
Yes. However, they brought out the start of Call of Duty BRs in Blackout because that game, if Warzone would have kept the same concept as Blackout, Warzone would never have had a downward spiral ever. And I stand by that. You guys can quote me on that. Anyone. And I 100% will back that up because that is facts.
Valhalla made you
you're
want
not
to
wrong.
join that organization?
I was just ready to try new things. They were upcoming, and we were trying to get everything set up. And then I was actually the team captain for Valhalla for Warzone for some time. And then I moved over to the event team for Call of Duty for Valhalla.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do on the event team?
Oh, we just schedule events for community night, tournaments, between like all the games we play, Valorant, Rainbow Six, Warzone, Apex. Among Us, we have a community nights for Among Us every now and then.
Yeah, I'm in the Discord.
Modded.
Original. Most likely original.
Yeah. No, original. Yeah.
Yeah, modded one. I mean, I don't mind modded Among Us, but there's a specific mod that does not like me. Crewlink. Crewlink is a mod that allows you to have the voice chat within the game, the prox chat within the game. But for some reason, whenever I use it, it turns off my internet. It just turns off my internet.
Nice.
And I was like, what the fuck? It would work for a solid like 30 minutes, and also my internet goes out because of it. And I was like, what? What?
So,
how is this a thing? Basically, dosing myself by playing it with it.
If you had to give any advice to anybody that's looking to get into Call of Duty, what would it be?
Don't start off at the BR. Start off with multiplayer. Don't try team deathmatch. I feel like that's not going to help you. Do like domination or hardpoint. Do like something where you need to like get fast, learn movement a little bit quicker, and then go from there.
Yeah, me and One Way, we play our main game mode is hardcore team deathmatch.
Yeah, I play that a lot. I prefer hardpoint if I can though.
I fucking hate core. I will only play on hardcore. My favorite game mode in COD would be the fucking
Kill Confirm.
I forget now the actual name for it, but the ones where you collect the dog tags and shit.
Kill Confirm?
Kill Confirm, yeah. Kill Confirm is my favorite one.
I like Prop Hunt on
then
World War II when they
know
brought that out
game
there.
That you might actually enjoy.
Yeah, that was fun.
Garrett, yep. Gary's mod, because it has a Prop Hunt
Gary's
game mode in it.
Literally, it has a prop hunt dedicated servers and everything.
There was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The game's actually relatively. Gary's mod is $10, and when it's on sale, it is usually on sale at Christmas time for like literally $1 to 50 cents.
I'll DM you.
Yeah, it's on Steam.
Okay, yeah.
I'll DM you some.
I've owned Gary's mod for
so
years.
You can get a feel for what this actual game mode is. Because now I actually know where to find you.
Okay.
Because you're here.
Yeah, we have a friend that he owns his own Gmod server. Did I? Oh, you were paying for him for it? I don't know. Listen, man, I don't know. I just run my Scum server that me and Kay only go on now.
Scum.
You keep saying that.
When that whole bullshit happened.
When was the last time you played Scum? Listen, we don't talk about that bullshit that happened. And I will not discuss that bullshit on the podcast. That is an off-stream thing. Bottom line is, basically, rules were placed. People didn't listen. Arguments happen. The normal stupid drama.
Yeah.
And then I have a soundboard that actually fits well with where my mind went. Oh,
my mind went in a lot of places then because I'm the server owner. So yeah.
Nice. Know exactly what you're talking about.
So, what was your first console that you played
on? I officially owned a PS1, but the first console I played on was a Nintendo 64.
Well, my first one would be the PS1. Then PS2.
I'm not gonna shut up.
Hey, you shut up. You called me a child, but you thought I was older than what I am, so I don't care. I don't care. There's people that thought I was my fucking. There's one person before she even talked to me. Before Kari even talked to me in VC, she always knew me from streams, and she legit thought I was in my fucking 30s.
Jeez.
And then when she heard my voice, she thought I was like 25, and then she found I was only 19 at the time.
Was the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Ooh, yep. I played on one of those before too. We had the cartridge to open the door and put it in there. Yep.
There's Pool's old ass saying Atari 6400 because his first game was fucking Pong.
So there was a
that is how
extreme
old
benefit
is.
to the NES system is you got to practice CPR.
Yeah, literally.
You're not. I played on the NES. You're not wrong either. Oh, yeah, I forgot we have snow here. Snow. I completely forgot we have snow here. But I won't. She's young. She's not old. She's young.
So common thing is
What was the old
I've
ass?
actually gotten quoted older than I actually am. I had one person that thought I was 40.
Nice. I mean, when I first saw you, I thought you were mid-30s.
I'll be
maybe 40.
I'll be 30 next month.
Oh shit!
He turns 30.
What day?
No shot. I'll be 28 next month.
No shit.
The 12th.
Yeah.
Yours is the 12th too. Oh shit!
That's the thing.
That's crazy.
Oh, shit.
Listen, you're only 10 years older than me, okay? It's okay. It's okay. Hey, it's okay. I can still say I'm more mature than most of the people my age. So.
Yeah, besides you, the only other person I can actually think is my brother-in-law.
I can't really think of hardly anybody, and I work with mostly his age group.
My brother-in-law went to college and got a degree in mechanical engineering, I want to say.
Okay.
This is not the same brother I'm thinking of. I know damn well this is not the one I'm thinking of. Okay, I was about to say, I know damn well this is not Thomas.
No. I want to throw his chunky
this is
ass
damn well
off a
not
cliff.
Thomas.
But that's a story for another time.
This is not Thomas. They're talking
and now
about.
He has a state level job.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah. Aside from Rex, he's the only other person within the same quote unquote generation. My brother-in-law's.
How old is your stepfather? Oh, brother-in-law. Yeah, sorry, not step.
Shit, I don't know how old he is. I'd have to ask my wife.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's in-laws.
Yeah, no one keeps track of their age. It's fine.
No, not really. not really. I don't care about my age at this point. Everyone thinks I'm older than what I am, so it's like, you can think what you want.
We've covered just about anything.
Yeah, Murdawg, you have any questions for us at all?
I mean, no. I don't know. I'm enjoying my time here.
Well,
that's
let's
for sure.
go ahead and try and finish out the last 15 minutes, just kind of chatting.
Well, yeah. So, Hawkeye, you were air traffic control, right? I need to refresh my brain there on that one. Would you mind telling Murdawg on your description of air traffic control?
Imagine a big puzzle in the sky. And you have to put the pieces to that puzzle
I believe that
down at a certain time. And if you mess
I can see
up
that.
that piece of that puzzle gets destroyed.
Yeah.
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 let's go put a big plane in front of a little plane.
You're talking about that particular
perfectly.
scenario. Which was pretty much answered by the overall description. Yeah, you don't put a C-130
Yeah, I have
in front of a Cessna.
I can see that. Yeah, that's kind of bad.
That's how you get fired.
Or 50.
In a lawsuit or two.
Maybe. Yeah.
Think of it this way. The most minute mess up can end a career.
Yeah. I've seen people in my last unit, in my aviation unit, they got replaced and demoted by landing Blackhawks.
So Snow Angel is actually asking, what is the most challenging part about your job?
Change of commands. Making sure everyone has all their stuff. And then having to break the news to a captain that, hey, you have a flipple for about $500,000. I hope you're ready to pay it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Right. A lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, at least
they don't make much.
Maybe a lot. I don't know how much
their earnings are, or their pay charts are actually very well searchable as far as base pay.
Yep.
Man, I don't look up base pay, man. You expect me to look up fucking wages when I start a veteran podcast? No. Oh, veteran and military podcast? Yeah. No. Oh, by the way, Murdawg, hello. I am Rex, the civilian host.
So
I've never served.
Me as a E4.
It's all good.
I made $2,500 a month.
Yeah, sounds about right. I make roughly between 45 and 5 a month.
You break that down to brass tacks, we're below most states' minimum wage. If you think about what the military is actually called to do.
The way I put it when I'm trying to explain like pay between like enlisted and officers, just look at sports players and a normal civilian person. That's the best way to break it down.
Me true.
So
is there anybody that you like to see on the podcast in the future?
I think a pretty good one would probably be Tyke. Tyyyque. He's part of Regiment N Valhalla.
Okay.
Him and probably battle tanks. Those would be two pretty good ones for you.
Yeah, because for Valhalla wise, we've had Strawberry on already, and then we have a Bravos coming up in the future. I believe Bravos episode's in October. So we have Bravo coming up as well, which Bravo was supposed to be on, but his episode got canceled because of
stuff going on.
Issues.
Yeah,
no, I had personal things going on. That was my bad.
So-
that episode was my bad. No, that was completely my bad on that one. Well, also we had to change the date. That's right. We had to change it to a Sunday, and then that's like we did today.
Yesterday was my bad.
Because it was his son's birthday.
I got called to do a tech job, and it took me a little bit longer than I expected.
And then I tried to get a hold of Pool, and then me and Pool just confused each other, I think me and Pool just confused each other on that one. So yeah, that was the thing. So I was like, Murdawg, you know what? Let's just come back tomorrow.
Oh, that is one thing I
It's
miss.
a 4-day, so it's good.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the 4 days? So fun fact, if you're in TRADOC like I am currently, you don't get the traditional normal Force Com 4-day unless you put a pass in. You only get 3 days. So you have to work you have to work the Friday before the actual Monday.
Yeah. I had a job similar to that one. One of my older jobs, they would it was like a compressed air cylinder manufacturing company, and basically we would have we got to have a 4-day weekend, but we would have to work the Saturday beforehand to get the day off, which is like, okay, pieces of shit.
Yeah. I see what you're doing here.
Say, okay, you pieces of shit. Telling me I have to come in on my Saturday off to get that Friday off. I see how it is. And basically, they wouldn't be open on that Friday. So if you didn't come in that Saturday, you would get marked off absent on that Friday, even though they're not open.
Oh.
So there's like, the fuck is this? So if you had set plans, you would just be marked. You just get a tardy of absence, and so like, okay, then, okay, I see how it is. And that was on Black Friday because apparently they didn't want to be open during Black Friday.
Or so.
That's odd.
Yeah.
And we can actually go in depth on final thoughts.
In-depth final thoughts? Oh god.
Yeah, usually
how in depth do they go? We don't go very in depth to begin with.
Few final words.
Well, yeah, that's all I got in my head. Final thoughts are a few extra words. What do you want from me? Final thoughts or final thoughts? Final thoughts or a final paragraph to your death?
Then. Murdawg, did you have fun tonight?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, had a blast. Like legit, I actually had fun. This was actually really fun. Never been on a podcast before, so this is a bucket list checked off the block.
Oh yeah, it trust me. My first episode, never had a podcast before. That was a nightmare. My first episode was a fucking nightmare. But yes. I've gotten a lot better as being a host on a podcast now.
Any final
a lot better since episode 1.
Rex and I that you may have.
No. I hope y'all exceed at whatever y'all are doing, and
I hope
definitely around here if y'all want to hang out, chit chat, a game, or whatever.
Just got to make sure I'm not doing a school assignment.
Play COD. We can both play COD. So a good majority of my community plays COD. So yeah.
Yeah, that's why I mainly stream. I'm trying to switch it up because it's kind of burning me out. So I'm trying to go back to Apex a little bit.
Games to play. One of the games I'm actually stoked for is the new Pokemon games coming out.
Yep. Thanks for reminding me. I have to go pay those off.
You already have the pre-order.
Next payday.
You got the dual pack, didn't you?
Yeah. I think I got 2 dual packs because my wife plays Pokemon with me.
So with me, I'm gonna be whenever I get a new job eventually, I'm gonna eventually buy a Switch because it shocked the hell out One Way and Remming when they found out I've never played a Pokemon game.
You never played a Pokemon game?
The only Pokemon games I played is Pokemon Go and Pokemon
So
on
then
the
you
Wii.
have played a
They're the only 2
Pokemon game.
Pokemon games I've played. Well, yes,
Yeah.
I have, but I've watched all the TV shows
Don't
and I
play
played those, but I never
Pokemon.
played one on like, the devices and shit.
Murdawg.
My favorite one, Aerodactyl.
Cubone or Mewtwo?
Mewtwo's my second favorite.
Arcanine.
What's yours,
And-
Hawkeye?
And just to
Arcanine.
show I like Cubone, I have a little figure right here. It's like, yeah.
Arcanine? Nice.
Because Arcanine is
No,
Arcanine's a pretty good one.
the angry puppy. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
It definitely has a
Second
dose of
favorite
rabies
has to
all the time.
be Lucario.
Not wrong.
Ooh, yep. He's in my top 5.
Mewtwo's like my third.
Mewtwo, my second
But then
favorite.
again, Mewtwo was released in like a mid-generation, because if you think about it this way, we're getting ready to launch Generation 9.
Mhm.
So flexed. Did you see? And the other thing about Mewtwo is that did you know they did a remake of Mewtwo the movie and it's a female instead of the male? They did
Yeah,
a female remake, which I was like, what was fun in this?
it's to switch to everything to the society of what we live in now, like how they redid.
I mean, true.
It might cause some stuff in the chat, but it's fine. Like how they redid.
So
true. That
let's
is
go ahead
very
and
true.
start wrapping things
Just saying.
up.
That is
Murdawg,
very true.
I want to give you a chance to actually plug where people can actually find you, whether it be Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok.
Across all social medias, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, everything is Murdawg2315. Definitely reach out to me if you need anything, advice, questions, you want a game, whatever. I'm always here. It might take me a day to get to you if you message me late at night because I sleep, kind of. But I'll get to you.
What's sleep?
Exactly.
I have a fuck sleep schedule, but I've always, even when I have jobs, I have a fuck sleep schedule. That's one way. I've never had
like
a
2
good
o'clock
sleep
in the
schedule.
morning, thinking I was up.
I had a school night when it was back when I was in high school, so it was literally on a school night. And he's like, what the fuck are you doing up at 2 a.m. on a school night? Like, I don't have an imagination of time. I don't know. I don't know.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into final thoughts here.
Yeah.
Basic
All right,
safety
final
brief.
thoughts, Hawkeye.
Don't add to the population, don't subtract from it, and don't hit your significant other.
Facts.
I mean, yeah. Hawkeye, I would like to comment on something. You say don't add to it, but you are physically trying to add to it as we speak.
There's a caveat.
You're just contradicting yourself there.
In that one.
Yeah,
You know what? I don't care.
You're still contradicting yourself.
Yeah, but the caveat behind is that you got to be able to take care of the addition to the population.
Sir.
That's what daycare is
I mean,
for.
you can't physically. I don't know about mentally. Fucking it. Murdawg, you got any final thoughts?
Don't drink and drive.
Oh, that's a
If
big
you
one, yeah.
if you feel down or whatever, call somebody.
I cannot preach that one enough. I've had a few friends
And if
lost
you
to
can't
suicide
reach your
because they didn't
friend,
talk to people, so I cannot preach that enough.
dial
Yep.
988.
There's helplines.
Yep. Shit, even 911.
Rex, final thoughts?
Isn't there? What's up? Final thoughts. Don't do anything that I would do, and don't do anything that I wouldn't do. There you go.
I'll send you a raid target here. Oh, I actually got an
Let
interesting
me see
one
what I
for
got
you.
in my stream.
It's kind of a new.
Following. No, fuck you.
It's kind of a new
what
one
veterans
for
are
you,
active duty
Rex.
that are live that I watch? I don't know. A new one? I see a target that I want to hit, but I'll see what you want me to hit. You know, Hawkeye, I think we're just gonna hit Dev, man. We haven't hit Dev. I don't think we've ever hit Dev with a raid with Asylum Arms, man.
But not since we
Have
officially
we?
announced Dead Sequel being a permanent co-host. Yeah. But
Oh, a long time
keep
ago.
that one in the background.
All right, yeah, we're just gonna raid into Dev, man. What do? Raid channel.
I'm gonna go ahead and kick